When you first started writing at a very young age, did it just start as a hobby for you? And when you found yourself transitioning over to being a professional author, how did that change your relationship with the craft of writing?
It started just to entertain myself. I was 6 years old, and I was writing, as I said earlier, sequels to things that I liked in my father's den. Just entertain myself. What happened next? Literally, the story ends. What happens to this characters next? Well, there is no sequel. The author's dead. If I want to write, if I want to find out what happened next, I have to write it myself. So that's how I started. Um, my father actually took some of my early writings to his buddies at work. He worked in Canada's defense establishment during the Cold War, doing missile guidance and so on. So he'd be passing around my pulp adventure stuff for the guys at work, and they'd say, "Oh, this is fun. Hey, Bob, have them write some more." So my dad would come back and said, "They want to know more about this character." Oh, okay. So I'd sit down and write something. So it was literally for fun. Um, my first things that I got published were short stories. I was about 7 years old then. And then I discovered you could get paid for writing. Bonus. This meant I could buy books. I had spending money. So, and then I managed to publish a novel, and $5,000 was a lot of money back then. I mean, I'm 61 years old. I mean, so back when I was 7 years old, that was quite a while ago, and that had $5,000 has the buying power of about $25,000 today. So when I discovered that, you do this thing that's fun, you take about half a year to noodle away in your spare time, because I was in school, so I was doing school assignments with most of my time. And by the way, it felt really good mentally. Whenever you had a particularly stupid or boring school assignment, you'd say, but never mind. I will get to write another chapter of the novel when I'm finished this. So I will do the school assignment, get it out of the way, and then write my fun stuff that really matters and is much better. And you would sit down and do it. So it actually felt good. So by the end of half a year, I'd finish something and I'd mail it off, and somebody else would mail back a contract. And when I signed it, I would only have to wait a mere 90 days and I would get $5,000. Wow, this is great. I could buy myself a car. So I did. This is so cool. You make stuff up for a living. Where do I sign? When can I do this full time? So that's how it changed. And then the hard way, but gently, it changed in that people said, no, 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 no. We're not paying secretaries in our secretarial pool to input all your typewritten manuscripts anymore. We're going computerized. So you need a computer. So instead of saying I'm paying you $5,000 for the next book, we're going to send you a Mac computer. You're going to write on this Mac computer. You're going to send us the diskettes. And if you don't, we're not going to publish them. We're not even going to open them. Oh, okay. So and by the way, we want them double spaced because our editors need to write stuff in the margins. Oh, and by the way, and one thing at a time, they taught me what they wanted in the way of format. And then I got used to the fact that everybody wanted something slightly different in format. And if I wanted to work with this set of people or that set of people, I just had to jump through their particular hoops. So I learned that way. And by then I was off and running. I wasn't caught in the classic writer's trap of writing stuff and then trying to find an agent, and then the agent sending it off to umpteen publishers and not hearing back or just getting rejections. I was never, ever in that time waste. I was always churning out new stuff constantly. And here we are, 5 decades later, I'm still doing it, which just goes to show that I am insane and stubborn. That's the other trick to being a writer. Be stubborn. I think the polite way of referring it to is persistent, tenacious, keep at it. This is the same with everything in life. If you give up after 5 seconds, I didn't like win the jackpot after 5 seconds. I give up. No, no, no. You'll never get anywhere. You have to keep at something that you like. If you like doing it, you like writing, and you want to tell a story, keep at it. Get it done. And then you do that, and then there's no problems. You are a success. It only took you most of your life. Don't worry about it. That's more than most people achieve in their lives. So don't worry about it. Just do it.